Cheers, everybody.
Great. I might get invaded by Savage.
Savage attacks.
He comes through your cock.
No.
Yeah, he does.
You're gay.
No, that's what he does.
Yeah, you're gay.
I don't know.
Talk about cocks a lot. Make
He
sure you
talks
guess
about-
that's Ryan.
He talks.
I don't know if we're gonna start it today necessarily. It's a distract to be a game of Fire Emblem, but I think we can do a Pokemon playthrough soon. That's a lot of run. And then like red, and then Gen 2 gold, and just kind of go for the gens. At least I'll try it. To be blunt, I would say out of every 10 Nuzlocke runs I've done on my own, I've only actually beaten like gold for like 3.
His story is just so devastating. Watching the Covenant taking down city after city as your... I'm not gonna say anymore because that will like officially spoil it for this dumbass.
I will say without
you good?
saying too much for either.
What?
Good? This
Take a sip of a drink, bro.
The way this
I have
shit.
not seen you drink one thing.
You did take some. So you should probably drink water too, though. No, when you smoke and
There's a
drink.
water over there.
I'm only saying.
And there's donuts back there if you want one.
Not to be,
It keeps me alive.
not to be a parent about it, but to be real for a sec.
Shut up, Dad.
Both soda or anything with caffeine and smoking dehydrates you.
Oh, we're back
So
to the
just
game.
make sure you're still drinking water or juice or something that actually hydrates you. That might be why you're passing out. No offense.
This
You're
is
probably
Kilo
just lacking
Dispatch.
water.
All
It's the
available
indica,
teams
this
advance to
is-
Traxxas Towers.
Yeah,
Evacuation
that
will
would
commence ASAP.
I'll be honest, this mission
Don't get me wrong,
hits...
it's nice. Fuck.
Copy dispatch.
Kills you, doesn't it?
Alright, I got something to say about
That's
this
something
mission.
settled something.
Keep talking over me, bitch.
I will.
I'm gonna kiss you.
We're linking up with these bulls. Those cracking who got hit late.
Alright, let's put on the RB screen.
Hey, no! What the fuck?
Someone got a stick up their ass
We
yesterday.
got achievement. What for? Show me. Also, they're supposed to be coming out with Ghost 2 to continue the campaign, which I will do a playthrough on if they come
This
out
shit
with that.
fucked.
Yeah, they Al Akbar you. Al Akbar, dude!
It's a trap.
I would say this mission hits me emotionally differently because me and Nightshade played this mission. This is like the most rememberable mission for me and Nightshade. I don't know why, we were stuck on it for a while. That's probably why. But me and Nightshade played through the haloreach campaign a few times on Xbox 360 and Xbox One Edition. So this mission's just like one of those missions that I'm gonna know how to get through fast because I fucking got stuck on it.
What the fuck?
They Al Akbar you, bro. I told you. It's the Al Akbar the fucking assholes. It's my ex trying to get back at me. You see?
Dude, she's not happy at me for some reason too.
Well, you're just a friend of mine. It's association, bud. You ever never heard of that? If okay, here's
Yeah.
how bro code works. If your friend's dating a girl, just know once he breaks up with that girl, any beef he has with her is coming back to you.
Yeah.
Just know, because the girls are bitches. They target the whole clique. But if I could go back and redo it, I wouldn't cheat it. I was in the wrong. And I knew I was in the wrong, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was just not thinking in the right mental state. Take that as a life lesson during this Halo video. Don't cheat on a girl, and girls don't cheat on guys. Saying that simply and plainly because that's how it needs to be said, and people just need to stop doing it. If you don't want to be with someone, break up with them.
Yeah, I'll disagree. I've never cheated. The only closest thing I've ever done, and I didn't even do it, it was more like it was funny. I was talking to two girls at the same time, but like, basically when one got a bit more serious, I still had a date with the other one.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, but what I ended up doing was I ended up breaking off things with the less serious one. I just kind of like let it fizzle out. So I didn't cheat, but like I basically could have had two relationships at the same time though if I wanted to be that dickhead. I had the opportunity and instead I didn't. But what's fucked about it in my case is the girl I chose to be with ultimately dumped me because I wasn't seeing her because I was too busy.
All grunts are running.
Yeah. I don't know what moral to take out of that one other than women will probably fuck you over if you don't have a good job or make like really good money to have home insecurity and all that bullshit, which I understand to a certain extent, but at the same time I make enough bread now to take care of myself and my family. It's just cares when the family you're taking care of is your mother.
To be honest, I'll probably stay single for a while. I look for shit, but probably not gonna find anything. Oh, grab the hammer! Shoot that baby minion! Let's grab the hammer. Let's grab the hammer. Where are you, bitches?
To be honest,
You're fucking get over here, help me.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't have any ammo, motherfucker.
I'm just because I've been fucked over too many times in here, and I only really want things.
I got no fucking ammo.
I'm not gonna pretend like there aren't a few girls and stuff. The way things there's just things in my life I need to settle first before I can bother.
Glad you're on our side.
I just don't want
There's a few girls I probably
Yeah,
would date
I'm
more-
leaving you, minion.
I would have
Fuck.
dated more seriously.
Aha,
than
asshole.
me right now.
I'm stuck with the minion.
Y'all know there's a few I could be with right now.
Fuck.
if I had to.
What the fucked up
It's not
pussy?
even, I don't still, we still talk at least, so it's not a complete shit show. I just mean it'd be nice to actually see. It's shitty. My car really wouldn't
Hey,
be an
asshole!
hour drive.
Don't fucking kill me,
Sounds
bitch!
bad.
Everything I've ever disliked about this game, Halo Infinite has fixed. But fall damage is something in most games that it's just gonna be there.
I feel like it's not as common nowadays unless you're playing single player. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Like, they took it out of a lot of games, to be honest. Like, even the shooter genre,
Just
but
being
it's an
honest-
understandable thing to have. But
It
in a
is,
video
but
game, like, come on.
Well,
It's a video game.
I think people have been taking it out just because, honestly, well, what's funny about it is it's common now, but you know what's funny? It actually wasn't back in like the 90s and stuff. Because platformers, I'll tell you right now, are annoying. They have fucking fall damage. Every time you miss a platform, you take damage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck that. Can you imagine playing a Sonic or Mario game with fall
Taking
damage?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking annoying. But no, I think, I don't know necessarily what game genres introduced that idea, but for me personally, besides shooters, a lot of, like, just action games, or, like, I want to say, like, RPGs, but not, like, turn-based ones, obviously. More, I mean, like, ones where it's, like, 3D, or adventure, or, like, Elder Scrolls, or Fable, or fucking games like that. A lot of them have fall damage. I think Fallout does, too. But the reason why I don't mind fall damage, oh, and even name a newer game, Kingdom Come Deliverance has fall damage as well. And even Dishonored actually has fall damage.
Oh yeah, I know.
But what I like about all of these games, with RPGs that have fall damage, it doesn't bother me as much for a few reasons. One, it's a single-player game, so it's just to give the only player playing the game more challenge against the game itself. And when you're fighting enemies and you're forced to jump, like, you know, it might make you think about your terrain a little bit differently. But the main reason I don't mind it, truthfully, is because in 90% of all of the games which I just named, there's ways of mitigating that fall damage by the end of the game, basically. Like, in Dishonored, for example, you can get upgrades that basically take fall damage completely away. In the Elder Scrolls games, I want to say one of the skills you level up normally do the same thing, where it just, you don't take as much damage over time, and eventually you just take nothing. Fallout, you can get certain perks and stuff. I know Kingdom Come Deliverance, you can get perks. I don't know if you can mitigate it completely, but you can at least reduce falling damage. So yeah, I don't mind it in those games because it's an excuse to give you something to grind for, and it makes the earlier game a bit more challenging, and it's stuff you can alleviate later. And while it sounds like a backwards game philosophy, truthfully, I think it works fine for RPGs, because the point of an RPG is you're supposed to feel like a god by the end of the game, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's alright to, like, have it be more difficult, arguably, in the beginning, and then by end game, either have it where it's not necessarily easy, but honestly, if I were to make an RPG, what I would do is just scale the enemies with you, basically. Like, yes, you feel like a god, and you have all this shit at your arsenal, but so do your enemies. Persona's really good at doing that, as an example. It's a turn-based game, but holy shit, dude. Oh, they'll give you some crazy, like, debuffs and options and ways of mitigating threats, but some of those late-game bosses, especially in Persona 3. No offense to 4 and 5, I love those games just as much, but 3 is by far the most difficult of those 3. It's just how it is. Earlier games seem to be harder sometimes, just because I think I think as games have gone on in development, not necessarily saying like all games are easier, but I just think comparatively, game philosophy changed back compared to early retro games, just because like retro games would make themselves more difficult to make the game last longer, especially in like the NES days and like cartridge games. But fucking modern games, and even like games that like I would say started probably like early to mid 2000s, the trend started, where games wanted to not necessarily be easy, but at least easier compared to old days, because well they were trying to introduce games to a wider audience of people, and not everyone's a hardcore gamer, bro. To be blunt, difficulty settings weren't even a thing in old school games. That idea was introduced so more people can play a game. Like, and because there's nothing wrong with difficulty settings. I will always be that narking asshole though that'll make fun of you. But honestly, the reason that exists,
I got smacked by a
so a
gravity
wider
hammer.
selection of people can play games. And I do respect it for that. I personally just can't play a game on easy because it bores me. But I'm also a guy that plays video games all day. So.
I do too. We're playing on normal because this is like his first.
Oh,
run
that's
through.
fine. I respect it.
See, I put
Honestly,
it on normal
bro,
because if I put it on easy, I'll get bored. So at least normal, I can
to
like
be honest,
hold
here's
enemies
my
off of
philosophy
him.
for games. Easy, you should only play. No, don't take offense to anyone watching this, but truthfully, if you're playing on easy mode, you're either a casual gamer, or at the very least, only do it for a game genre, or like some, like say, like in my case, if I play a shooter, I might be more tempted to play on easy, truthfully, just because it's not my usual game. Like, I suck at them. And so, or a racing game for me. But like, if it's something I'm familiar with, though, I usually play on hard mode almost immediately, or at the very least not like an easy difficulty. But I recommend playing on normal mode if you haven't played a game before, and only play on the easy if you're either casual or if it's just a game you're not familiar with, or a game or genre. Normal modes you should play on if you haven't played the game before, obviously. But I do normally play games I'm familiar with, or like game genres I'm familiar with on hard mode right off the bat. Like when I was playing Metal Gear Rising, I played that shit on hard mode right off the bat, because I'm familiar with Devil May Cry, played a little bit of Bayonetta, and I just love hack and slash games. But if I were to play this, I'd definitely and then maybe about halfway through I would be wanting to put on easy, but I'm a man, damn it, we're not doing that. I would be tempted, not gonna lie.
Kill that guy, dude.
To be fair, I was able to at least beat the Mass Effect games on fucking Legendary.
Oh, stay away from him.
Insanity, actually. I think that's what they call it. Insanity.
I tried to use my booty.
OG Mass Effect 1 on Insanity difficulty can die. No, Lunatic mode. Lunatic mode doesn't give you the opportunity to get over-leveled because everything is a higher level than you. And then on top of it, the things that you would normally be able to grind, like grind spots in the game, all that shit's over there. So yeah, have fun, buddy. That's Lunatic mode.
It's like a fucking
just fun,
beast.
Don't get me wrong though, I'm gonna have fun trying to fucking do it though, but I'll tell you right now, some waifus might get left behind in season 2.
Bro, I
might just not give a shit.
I just fucked their entire fucking squad up, bro. I walked up in this bitch and wiped that room, bro. I give no fucks. Alright, come on, civilians, let's go. You're evacuating. Start running like bitches. There's no enemies.
We're taking you to smoke crack.
No, don't tell them that. Shh. We're not brainwashing
We're gonna put them in
them.
chambers and fill them out with crack.
I'm thinking about it.
I can't brainwash
Look,
more
it's the
people to
halo.
be Spartans at the moment. We have to give it a few
You're
minutes.
right, Spartan.
I might call season 2 some waifus.
Get on board, Lieutenant. We've got civilians.
If I could think of a way of wording that shorter, but yeah.
There's probably gonna be 10 seasons of the 2 Geek Stoners.
That's nice, man.
Because there's so many Halo games, we're covering all the
We've
Borderlands.
been under siege for the last
Thanks.
5
Probably
days.
gonna cover Dead Space 3.
Thought we had it in hand, and then those Corvettes
thinking
showed
about
up.
that one,
Our fleet
too.
scattered. Pulling back.
Well, I will always be the guy that will just
Where's
hop
my
in
bowl?
randomly
Yes, some of us
I
just
stole
don't like
it.
leaving a job.
Can I have my bowl?
after I hit.
Evac transport Delta 1-5 to evac
Consider it a
dispatch.
traveler's leave.
Loaded up, ready to go. Delta 1-5, this is evac dispatch. Copy that. Proceed at your discretion.
Midtown airspace is way too hot. Gonna take
You know, it was the
off.
funniest thing ever when I walk into work and all I hear is, Ryan's hair is in the bathtub, clogging thing up, I went through this all. It's like, I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't.
Talking about you here, Ryan?
It was from Shane.
Not good enough. I've got 600 souls on
One
board,
takedown.
Major. I can't wait any longer. Negative, Echo 2. I can't cover you. Do not take off.
What are you doing, bro? Shoot shit. You need to get you glasses, bro. You need to get glasses. Or you just geeked out of your mind because you're just like staring and smiling and like.
Alright, yo.
Oh, there goes one of our ships. Banshees. Oh no.
Bitch. I can't watch this.
Fox Actual.
Did I scare
Send search and
Katana?
rescue birds.
Or was that a cat?
Negative dispatch.
Why would a cat sound like
No, Cortana, and one of the
Oh.
characters' names is Cat
Oh.
with a K. Cat with a K.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's Cat with a K.
Your
Stick one
name's
with the
Cat.
prosthetic.
Your name's Cat.
No.
You're probably a fucking porn star. Okay?
I'll stay so far.
Oh, she has a
Cat
prosthetic
and
arm.
Molly is definitely a porn star.
She has a prosthetic arm.
I got
That counts.
5,000
If you shove it up people's asses.
I need you to arm those batteries and fire those missiles from the central terminus.
slap you.
Understood? You're
This
invested in
thing.
pain in my ass for too damn long. Give it hell, Spartan. Two birds. First battery
Alright, we
is
got one
online.
down.
Other
be
ones to get
honest.
south. Sergeant Major.
Regardless.
I like
of
talking
that
about
shit.
game difficulties. That was interesting.
I gotta get in.
But
Easy 7.
then now it's just
Martin's gonna
repetitive.
clear the skies.
Somehow we
Is
talk
this what it
about
feels like to talk about something?
No. No, it's just when I talk about work. It's just I'm tired of hearing about work. Ever since Dollar Tree, I'm done with it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like when it's funny, it's different, but when it's the same things, it's like, damn. I'm just tired of working, to be honest with you. I don't mind working. I'm tired of working with dumbasses. That's just what I'm tired about.
Yeah, I feel
I'm tired about
that's
giving
kind
a
of
fuck.
that's what the last few days were for me.
I'm
Don't
tired
get me
of
wrong,
giving
I don't
a fuck.
give a fuck. I'm just
That's it. Battery
frustrated. There's a difference, right?
Fire those missiles. Sergeant
It's
Major,
just fucking
these are almost
annoying.
through my door.
It really is.
Steady, Echo. That Corvette is still
Got
up there.
shield.
But no, honestly, I have more interesting things to work on. Before I dip, I wouldn't mind talking about them.
What are they?
So obviously, I've been doing the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I'm gonna be streaming more Slifer, Stoner, Slacker today. Actually, around 5 o'clock. Just me going through an old Yu-Gi-Oh game and watching the anime and stuff.
Those Yu-Gi-Oh cards I got weren't too bad with art styles. I just think getting the really cool ones.
Like I said in streams, I kind of have no Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge about
This guy's fucking me up, dude.
other than some sparse things here and there.
Grunts are trying to corner me. They
It's
found
just,
use!
As they introduce more complex game mechanics, I just sort of lost interest, to be honest. Especially as the extra deck
The
becomes more
Grunts are getting back at you. Your exes.
The main thing that frustrates me about Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly is as they release new cards, all previous cards, mostly at least, become pretty much unusable.
Help.
And then on top of it, when they make cards that are too
What
good,
the fuck?
they'll like make them super pricey, people chase them, and then a few months or a year down the line, suddenly they'll be on a ban list, or at the very least, you'll have this sucker that bought 3 copies, and now you're only legally allowed to use 1 in your deck. Shit like that with Yu-Gi-Oh! At least Magic the Gathering and Pokemon have 7 fusions.
Go now.
Which just means they use 3 new sets. I'll shut up.
Sorry.
Talked over someone last time.
Civilian transport away. You saved a lot of lives today, Spartan.
God, what do you feel about that stuff?
Copy. Repeat, this is Noble 2, Noble 6, Noble 5. Do you copy?
This is 6. Go ahead, Noble 2.
We picked up your transponder about an hour ago, but could not risk open comm. Covenant have the city sealed tight. We're getting nothing from George.
He didn't make it.
Understood. What's the situation at Starport exit?
The last transport is away.
All right. We're bringing you to us.
I will say, one of the reasons this is my favorite campaign is because the combat was so increased in this Halo with the fucking weapons. They added more weapons, better combat, really good story lawyer. Like, this campaign had everything that I wanted in Halo before Infinite came out. But I love all the Halos as a whole. The whole franchise is really good, despite the, annoying combat. But I will always enjoy Halo because I adapted to its controls because the game's actually really good. I enjoyed what we played today. I don't know about how Itsoktogetfaded did. He was faded half the time. He was like in his own little world, flying in a spaceship about to crash. Ryan was ranting about work, and then we were talking about difficulty, and then, yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna go down and get ready for my own shit. Like I said, I'm gonna be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans with Stoner Slifer Slacker Stoner Ryan. Fucking.
Thank you for everyone who watched episode 6 of the 2 Geek Stoners series. I appreciate everyone who's been watching it, everyone who's been supporting me on social media, streaming everything, everything. I appreciate all the support. This guy was just faded half of the goddamn episode. He was too fucked up.
You're being too generous. It was more than half.
He was like this for part of it. He was sleeping. But I hope you guys enjoyed the content.
I was awake.
You were awake, but you're like dead awake.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the episodes. I appreciate everyone who watches. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Have a nice day, y'all.
Jacob.